What's going on, guys? This is David,
And Wayne,
and this is part 2 of our interesting picks.
pick review.
Yeah, so,
More for your cigar box.
yeah, all of these are really cool. I do have to admit.
They are bright.
They really are. You're not going to lose them when you're playing live, I'll tell you that right now.
You can get a hole in them. You can put them around your,
Put them on
a string around them.
Yeah, there you go. No, that actually helps helps your grip on them. I don't think it would because they're acrylic, but
Okay, well that's a good start. That's acrylic. The other ones were all different other types of material.
the other ones were all different. These are acrylic.
Okay.
So, as you can see, they're very bright. The one all the way to this side isn't that bright, but it is very thick.
How thick is that one?
That one's a 4mm.
Okay, and the one next to that?
This one is a 1.5. So that's about what a regular Dunlop white sharp, I think, would be.
And the next one?
The next two, the little two orange ones, are both the same pick, but one's a jazz pick.
Okay.
So both of them are 3mm. So they're all very thick. So each has its own name: the Classic, the Razor, and the Sunrise and Sunrise Mini.
Okay. And those are made by...
These are made by Gravity, Gravity Picks. Awesome picks. I like these probably better than I like the Jim Dunlop picks I normally play.
Really?
Yeah. I probably put more wear time now on these than I have on. I probably put more wear time on these in 2 weeks than I probably put on those other ones that we did the review on.
Yeah.
So definitely tried to play them a lot more. I'm not going to complain about them. They're actually really, really good picks. So.
And where did you get those?
I got these at the Guitar Show swap meet in DuPage. If you guys haven't checked out the video yet, go check that out. Really cool guitars. Some really unique stuff there. And Gravity picks were right at the start of the show when you walk in the door, and I had seen them before. I think I'd seen the name before and seen the bright picks that they make, and thought they were really cool. Just didn't know where to get them. And did a quick walk around of the show, and then came back to them and was like, you know what, I'm going to try them. Whatever.
What do they cost?
Well, for 4 of them, it's pretty much the same price as the Timbertones.
Okay.
It's $5 a pick. They also have other... It's not acrylic, it's a special polycarbonate, I think they called it. And those are $10 a pick.
Okay.
They're not cheap. They're really expensive, but they're hard. So they do last a while. Unless you lose them. For the price, I wouldn't recommend.
Lose a lot of picks, don't get them.
Yeah, if you're known for dropping your picks at shows, and like I said, the brightness will definitely help you find them. But if you're at home and you notice your picks like to go into a different dimension every time you drop them, probably not the best idea. Even though I do lose a lot of picks, so these I haven't lost.
Yeah.
Yes. They do come in a cool little pouch. I don't have that out here. I got to restring the. When you buy the picks, they give you a little a pouch to put them in. Sadly enough, I had it in my pocket for a while and walking around with them for too long, and the ties untied themselves and the strings came out. So I don't want to walk around with them any more than I have to, so I don't lose them. But yeah.
Okay, which is your favorite?
That's a tough call. I do like all 4 of them. The Mini, for me, is easier for playing leads. So that'd probably be more for in-studio stuff than for shows.
Yeah.
But it's... Because I'm not used to playing the jazz picks like that, I tend to hold really close down to the string, so I hit more of my finger than I do the pick. Which is kind of annoying, but it does have a great attack for playing solos. And that's what I really love about that pick. Its big brother, the Sunrise, the regular Sunrise, That's probably one of my favorites because it's like the Jim Dunlop. It does have that real sharp point at the end.
And that hole in the middle?
That hole in the middle is awesome. That's a great design to that. Definitely helps holding on to them. They are a fairly sticky pick, but your hands do sweat a lot. They do tend to slip. So holding right on that hole definitely helps them from slipping. If you're not used to it, it feels a little weird. Because it feels like the pick is moving from inside your finger, but it's really not. The little one, or the green one, the Razor, it's kind of got a different feel to it. It's not like the Jim Dunlops. It's not as sharp as them, but it still has a great attack. And it's real thin. It's only 1.5 millimeter.
Yeah.
So it's, for regular playing, it's really normal. It's not like the big 3 millimeters or 4 millimeter picks you can get. And the classic, well, that thing's the only thing I can say to that is that's a monster. It's 4 millimeters thick. They didn't polish the edges on, so it's definitely got its own. Well, your pick kind of does it itself. It's got its own unique sound. All these have a different attack. This kind of slides over your strings, and it does have a kind of, I would say, that beveled edge.
Okay.
And the very side of it is sharp, and it ends at the tip like that too. So it still does have a attack to it, but not quite as much as this does. That thing's that little one's violent. Played that the first time, I thought I was gonna break a string. And I do play hard, so yeah. But yeah, really, really, really awesome picks. I do like them more. They are more expensive than, little Jim Dunlops or the Fender Celluloid picks you can get at Guitar Center for, $1 for 4.
So all you pick junkies, worth trying.
Yeah, if you want to try something unique and something different, and if you do like the sharper picks, I think they have a whole line of them. At the very end of the video that we did, had me checking the picks out, and they had them set up in lines all the way down the container. So they definitely got a lot to choose from.
Yeah.
And only $5 a pick. That's only really what I wanted to try. Sometime I'll get more, but 4 picks and $10 or $20. You want to know if you like them before you buy a ton of them. But yeah, overall, awesome picks. I really love the way they play.
Well, how about we hear something?
Okay, just like with the video on the timbre tones, I'll do a little clean and then do distortion. And what do you think?
Start with the little guy.
So the little guy. So as you guys can see, is it just me or are they making these things smaller? It is really, really tiny. And that's about how it sits in your fingers too. I didn't see the pick, it's so small.
You just got big fingers.
Yeah, that's true. I do have fat fingers.
Now the attack on that isn't as sharp as it was on the timbre.
No, that you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm actually accidentally scraping the top of it, but that bone one was actually just touching it. This, no, but the overall attack going through the strings is very tight. If you pinch harmonics with though, there's not much there to. You have to go really deep down to hit the string. Right there. So yeah, that was a little Sunrise Mini.
Okay. How about the next one?
This is the Sunrise Standard. So it's the same exact thing as this, except it's, like I said, it's Big Brother. And see the size difference in that. Still got the sharp tip though. I have played this one quite a bit though. Probably one of my favorite ones. Got an awesome jack on the strings. What?
Let him go.
I'll zone out eventually somewhere along the line. So that was the Sunrise Standard, and like I said, even didn't really show how thick these were, but these are not set up like those other ones. They have a small taper, but they aren't tapered like the other ones are.
Yeah.
They at 3 mil, they are 3 mil.
Yeah. Yeah, they're 3 mil all the way down to
that little
taper
edge.
on the edges. Yeah.
So it's a little bit different to get used to. This one, man, I played this one a bit. This one barely hit. They still have the same concept, because it's such a tiny width. It's not as noticeable. And this is the Razor 1.5 standard. Not as sharp of an attack as the other one, but you can still feel it.
That's still a pointed one.
Slightly.
Yeah.
It's not as sharp as this one, or as sharp as the Dunlops are.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know, I really enjoy playing these. And a lot of it has to do with that little hole in the center of it. This one, the unique thing I guess that I've found that's different to get used to is because it's that little taper.
Yeah.
Does have a different feeling than your regular Dunlops would have. So these are big.
I guess the other advantage over, let's say, the Timbers is you can play them either direction.
Yeah, I mean, if you start feeling that you get a little, or start thinking or feeling you're getting too much wear on one end, just flip it over and you continue playing like nothing ever happened. You can wear more evenly than you can on the
They
Timbers.
get 2 edges for $5.
Yeah. I'm not going to complain about the Timbers. They are cool picks. They're more of a novelty item or a studio item that, you can get unique sounds from. These, honestly, I would play them for shows. I would. They feel good. And this monster, you can probably even see it from how far the camera is away here. How thick it is. Well, 4mm classic standard. This one is definitely weird. It's awesome, but instead of having the attack like these two would, or even that one, it's kind of rakes over the strings instead of more wonder. But because it ends in that tip, that tapered tip like that, it still has that.
tell a sound difference on this one. I don't know if you can pick it up in the camera, but this one definitely sounds more like the Timberwoods.
Yeah, and even going from a clean comparison to the little to the Sunrise Mini. You really hear that attack difference between the two of them. And here's a little. You hear it even with the distortion too. You get that little harmonic and then squeaking. I'm not really anal about that kind of stuff, so I don't really. It doesn't bother me.
Loud and distorted.
Not even so much that. Even. Play it, right? But yeah, I mean, from playing them for pretty much almost 2 weeks straight. I'll tune and tool around with my Dunlops still once in a while, but 2 weeks straight just playing those, I really found I enjoyed them even more than your regular, the white Dunlops, which are really thick. They don't have a tapered edge like these do, which is different. And of course the little purple ones that, if you play Dunlop, everybody's seen them. You can buy them at Guitar Center for $1 for 4 or 5. So overall, I mean, if you want to try something cool and want to experiment with sounds or experiment with a different kind of pick, Gravity picks are definitely the way to go. They aren't novelty or studio use like you would use for the Timbertones. Although the Timbertones are cool. I prefer the Gravity picks over them. I'll take them any day over it too. And basically the same price.
Yeah.
$5 a pick. It's the better cost than the overall wear and tear you put on them. And for how I play, you see how hard I play on a regular basis, and these have gotten quite a bit of wear and tear on them for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And they last. They're not like the shell pick that I showed before, where the whole one edge was worn away. They're not like that. They do take a lot of abuse. So for the cost, you want to try something cool, try them. For all the, like you said, pick junkies that want to try something different, if you haven't tried Gravity, go for it. I prefer them over Dunlop any day too.
They come in cool colors.
Well, I guess the coolest thing is, like I said in that the last video, you get playing them on stage, and people will be looking at you like, what? You see a bright orange pick like this. That's all you can see. Even over here at a regular, you can see that bright orange sitting on your string. What is that? Gravity picks. So big shout out to Gravity. Thank you very much for the picks, and hopefully talking to you guys soon about some more of them. So thank you guys so much for watching. Anything you might want to add to this?
Remember to comment, rate, and subscribe.
So check out our last video with the pick, the Timbertones. Check out if you haven't checked out the guitar show from DuPage, check it out. Really cool video.
A lot of cool guitars.
A lot of really cool guitars. Any antique or vintage guitar you might have wanted is there. And we just posted, should be done by now, the last part of our interview with Mike Perino from Roam the Ruins. Thank you, Mike, for coming out.
Yeah, we had a good time. And there is, in August, there's another show we're going to be trying to cover, another guitar show. This is a guitar and drum show.
Hopefully we might have another guest for that.
Yeah, we're working on that right now. So remember, comment, rate, and subscribe. Keep watching, and we'll see you real soon.
Have a good day, guys.